How many B-21 Raider stealth bombers does U.S. Air Force need? Northrop Grumman's B-21 Raider stealth bomber is rapidly approaching its critical design review, CDR, when a Pentagon review team will determine if the new aircraft is meeting the technical requirements. If the design passes its CDR, the B-21 team will be cleared to build, integrate and test the aircraft before its next hurdle, the production readiness review. The idea is to ensure that the B-21 will meet its stated performance requirements within cost, schedule and risk tolerances. Once the B-21 completes its CDR, the aircraft will be well on its way towards flight testing and production. The Air Force has already conducted wind tunnel testing of the new bomber, and it has also done component-level testing, but until the aircraft actually makes its first flight there are many unknowns. Unlike most other major defense programs, the B-21 is not only being developed mostly in secret, it is also being managed outside the normal acquisition process at the Air Force's Rapid Capabilities Office. The reason for that is fairly simple. The Air Force hopes that the secrecy will prevent adversaries such as Russia and China from gaining too much insight into the new bomber and its capabilities before it is even fielded. The Air Force would likely need 100 B-21 Raiders to deliver strikes against the enemy. The Air Force does not necessarily disagree with that assessment. Testifying before the House Armed Services Committee on May 25, 2017, Lieutenant General Arnold W. Bunch, Jr., Military Deputy, Office of the Assistant Secretary of the Air Force for Acquisition, said that 100 B-21 bombers is the floor of the Air Force requirement. It's not just 100 to go do missions, Bunch told the House Armed Services Committee. The Air Force flag officers testifying before the Congress also agreed that the service might need as many as 258 B-21 bombers. Those numbers are not incorrect, Lieutenant General Jerry D. Harris, Air Force Deputy Chief of Staff for Strategic Plans and Requirements, told the Congress. We do agree that probably 165 bombers are what we need to have. Nonetheless, other studies such as one conducted by the Center for a New American Security have also shown that the Air Force needs at least 164 B-21s. Taken together, 120 combat-coded bombers, 20 trainers, and 24 planes for backup and attrition planning purposes, the minimum buy would be 164 aircraft. Based on the need to fill out 10 squadrons of 12 aircraft each for 10 Air Expeditionary Force wings, the Air Force would need a total of 120 combat-coded B-21 bombers. But even 120 combat B-21 bombers would get the United States partway to a force that could conduct a full-scale war? Today the Air Force has fewer than 100 combat B-21 bombers, well shy of the levels required to respond to 2 regional conflicts simultaneously. Indeed, even as the Raiders come online, the Air Force intends to retire its fleet of 62 supersonic B-1B Lancers and 20 stealthy Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit bombers. That would leave 76 Boeing B-52s, which are likely to be re-engined, along with 100 B-21s to make up the Air Force strategic bomber fleet in the years beyond the 2030s. The Air Force needs many more B-21s than the 100 it is currently planning to buy. Not building more is essentially a waste of the Pentagon's research and development funds and a waste of the nation's investment in the production tooling and workforce. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.